Jojo'S, welcome back to Medibles and welcome back to the next episode of Jojo'S. This is a three-parter. I'm doing a three-parter right now. I'm thinking the whole three-parter consists of like this fight that we're about to go into, but I've never seen a fight last this long from what I remember. But we're versing the crazy guy, so I don't know how the fuck this is gonna be. Anyway, let's get into it. Hey, how's it going? Check out this thing. Greatly appreciate it. Consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you enjoy the Jojo'S reaction whatsoever, consider showing any kind of support. All right, I absolutely love this series. I love my fans and the JoJo fans that have been enjoying the reaction series. This is one of my favorite animes of all time now, and it's just an absolute blessing to be able to watch this with people. This was like, again, this was like one of the first animes we started reacting to, and it is now engraved into my body. All right, I love this so much. I'm already excited for another watch through at some point. It'd be kind of stupid to do another reaction series of my second watch through, but I'm excited to watch through the show regardless. I don't think I'll do a second reaction because I don't really see the point, but like I love the show. All right, so thank you so much for being here, and thank you guys for enjoying the content whatsoever. Real quick, I was thinking about this today because I had to wait to record this because I have a lot of guests over and they just left to go have a good day at the park, but I wanted to get some work done, so I'm staying here. I forgot that we started this season kind of about like talking about Dio, and he had Dio's picture in his fucking wallet, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's never fucking come back up since. We still have that to fucking kind of go through. We never discussed any more. You know, we went through the entire up until where we are now before ever bringing that back up again. And I'm like, wait, hold on a second. That's a huge fucking thing. And we can't just, oh, there's a picture of Dio in my wallet and then just never talk about it again. Right? I mean, I guess we could have talked a little bit about it, but like, you know, I expected a little bit more of a reveal to what the fuck is going on exactly. I am interested more to hear more about Sekko as well, because Sekko, Sekko is, he was saying from last time it was one of his patients that he was going to kill, but Sekko, and he I don't know, they bonded somehow and it got fucking weird. But I wonder if Sekko also has a stand. That's how I feel when people leave nice comments on my YouTube. It spoils me. It makes me feel good. What kind of like fucking this feels like, excuse me by the way once I bring this up, because we're not going back once we get into this territory. This feels like the guys that like being dressed up as dogs for women, and they like being on leashes and put in a cage. Again, whatever you're into, totally fine, as long as it doesn't hurt someone else that doesn't want to be hurt. We're just gonna move on from that. Consent is a lot that matters here. All right, so that's what this feels like. Is if this other dude, Chocolatier, whatever the fuck his name was holding onto a leash, it would have been 100% that. That's what it feels like to me. So, I don't know if that's the vibe of it, but that's just what it's given me. Sugar cubes? This dude is probably one of the strongest fucking dudes in JoJo. All right, everybody else has stands, and that you rely on stands to get shit done. This is a normal fucking dude that spit a sugar cube at another sugar cube to get that other sugar cube to come down. I don't know exactly how it worked, but it did. We might be looking at the most dangerous person in JoJo's. Oof.
よし、ミスター。登るのは大丈夫だ。階段の上まで行き、車を手に入れるぞ。
Oh, and we still have his fuck. Dude, there's so much like, all right. I will say there's a lot of layers to this part because again, we forgot about the Dio thing earlier. All right, I forgot like Bruno was like undeadish. I still don't know what to classify that as if you don't have blood or your body's not working properly. We have that. Fugo is still somewhere in the background somewhere. All right, we still have to find the layer of this boss and his identity and some shit. there's a lot of different layers to this fucking part. So the last, like, I think we have like roughly 10 episodes left or some shit like that. 10 to 15 maybe. We're really coming in nuts here because it doesn't feel like we're close to the end.
主に無事つくことが重要だよ。後でゆっくり自分の気持ちに気づくんだね。今俺マジにやばいよ。少し休ませてくれ。
Just a random thing. Isn't it kind of fucking crazy how like our bodies go into like a fucking reset mode where we use like a Snorlax's rest and then it just helps our body improve? Isn't it crazy that all we have to do is like use less power to be awake and be active to more put that energy towards healing our body? Isn't that fucking nuts?
先に車のところへ行くのだ。ああ。
Ugh. Where the fuck did that can go? Yeah, where the fuck, look for where that can went. That was supposed to keep bouncing and make more noise.
早く登れと言ってるんだぞ。すでに登ってるぜ、ブチャラティ。だが。
Oh my god, this is a fucking, I was gonna guess it, but I guess they're gonna show it right now anyway. It just makes me think of like an escalator kind of thing. So like why their combo would be so good is because Sekko prevents people from moving higher up somehow. And the other guys is like a fucking rising sea level, or just like at least once I get down to that level, you're kind of fucked. Honestly, a great combo if that's what that is. That's fucking annoying. That is crazy, dude. You know? What, like, that we've seen more of this in this part than I think anything else combined. The fact that, like, people are finding other stands that, like, complement theirs and, like, staying together. Because, yeah, obviously, you know, if you need some, if your stand relies on one thing and that other person makes that thing happen, you want to team up.
互いにスタンド能力の特徴を最大限に利用し合っている。この二人組、相性が良すぎる。今まで出会ったどのチームよりも。
Yeah, I mean, the other two just worked well as a team. Their stands didn't really have to go like hand in hand, you know, because it was like a shark and a tongue. It was kind of a weird combo, but like they made it work. This one, they like really complement each other. So like, I wonder how much more beneficial having a partnership with two stands that really complement each other compared to a group of 5 that has like a bunch of mismatched shit. You know? I mean, you have more coverage, but like, you know, synergy goes a long way.
小指が赤い糸で結ばれてるコンビかよ、畜生。あるぞ、ブチャラティ。キーを握ったままのドライバーの死体が。
The fuck?
やろう。敵が今ちらっと見えた。階段からこの壁に移って潜ったぞ。
Yeah, this is just like a stronger version of the shark thing, except you just don't have a shark. You know, you just gotta do it yourself, I guess. You know, because the shark, at least, like, you use a stand to jump between water surfaces. This, you could just go between any surface and turn it, like, into water, I guess? Yeah, something like that, maybe? Or you find the liquid inside like, as long as the object has water in it, you can turn it into water or some bullshit.
沈む地面が硬いままならばよ。チャンスは俺が引きずり込まれる瞬間だ。こいつは近距離パワー型。射程は短い。
I don't know, dude. I understand where your thought process is, but like if you get fucking dragged under and they just turn it to stone, you're just gonna suffocate. You're gonna get like, I think it is just suffocation, right? If that just happened. I don't really know the science behind that, but I don't think in this situation you want to go down there. Yeah, I think our best bet is maybe zippering up the floor and then looking for him like that, or just fucking looking, like splitting up and then looking for the stand itself, because you need to divert some of his attention so one of you can move properly.
俺を引きずり込むとき姿が見えるはずだ。やるのはその時だ。いた、姿を現しやがったぞ。今だ。ミスター。なるほどな。近距離パワー型なら弾丸を弾くくらいのことはやると予想。
Is it he deflected it? I thought he spit something at you. I will say, all right, I will say, maybe the gun stand isn't for you. I understand you care for these things a lot, and they're very cute, and they're like your family, and they made sure there wasn't a number 4 for you. But every time you use a gun, it seems to backfire. I think you've hit yourself more then I think I've seen you hit other people. And I think the main thing I've seen you hit other people is the first time your stand was introduced. And I don't think it was much after that. So maybe we just use your gun for utility. Stop shooting it at people, because it seems like most times it's just a fucking reflector.
わかるのか俺がどこに向かって走ってるのかをやはりどうやらわからなかったようだなここがどこかありありありありありありありありありありです
What the how dude, I just started I felt like I just did the intro part. How the fuck are we halfway through this bitch right now? Okay, so what if he just chased you and then turned around? And then you would have just jumped off and probably died to the scurvy, you know? But the fact you're like, hey, you wanted to see where I was going because you need vision on me or some shit. And then you punch the living shit out of him. Arrivederci! Just fucking uppercut him. Honestly, I love it. Still not tired of that. More. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, so this is chocolate. Oh, this is the great. I don't like how that looks. I didn't mind the head as much, but everything else is kind of. It's not necessarily offensive. It just feels sexual, but not the good kind. You know? It feels like. Well, maybe sexual is not the problem. Maybe lewd. You know, it feels like you visited your grandparents and then you walked in on your grandpa coming out of the shower and he fell in front of you, and then like you have to help, but you're also like, oh, and then there's a lot happening here. That's what that guy's a naked grandpa falling down, and I'm sorry to give you that imagery, but that's just, I needed to share this with somebody. Anyway, to the stats. Potential A, power A, C is speed, which you don't really need speed if you cover like a ground. Range A, durability. Dude, this guy's fucking nuts. You don't even need precision regardless. That's some decent coverage. You almost made a full fucking rectangle. That's how good your stats are. You got rectangle stats. Good. I would watch that scene there 3 or 4 times. Just punching somebody and saying a rivet. I gotta start doing that. If I ever get into a fist fight. Arrivederci. He's like, you're Italian? No. Well, technically, maybe a little bit, but not really. Not to where I should be doing this. I don't think any of it. That's fine. We're ranting. Okay.
さあな、好奇心はあるがカビるかどうかは見当もつかないな。だが我がグリーンデイが生きてるものを絶対に朽ちらせることだけは確かだ。
カビは物とか石ころには生えねえんだよな。
そんなこと。
I think we weren't super far off. I think we were not super far off. Interesting. If he is actually dead, but I don't know if it is actually, no, it can't be Notorious B.I.G. I mean, there could be, I don't want to think, I want to bring that part in yet, all right? I know that's what they're talking about now, but I need to process the facts, which is like, hey, the Green Day will not affect something that's alive. So he jumped off. I don't know if he knows that he's fucking undead or not, but he's fine to, be on that level. But now I'm curious on if he knew that or not. I don't think so. What? Dude, this is a lot.
バカだ。この皮膚の冷たさは脈が。
No fucking way.
ジョルノ、今何か俺に言ったかよく聞こえなかった。
これは。
Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even fucking think about losing him in this fucking 3-parter. That is totally there's no fucking way we would lose somebody like just last 2 episodes, or was it 2 more episodes ago? And then the big guy himself, right? I don't know about that, Chief. I want a solution for this. Oh my god, I keep there's so many things to keep track of here.
熱屋でお前が俺の負傷を治してくれた時、
Yeah.
お前がくれた生命エネルギーはもう少しだけ動くことを許してくれたようだ。
Right.
なぜ黙っていたんだ。
Okay, so he kind of understands a little bit, but he's like, from the god. It's not necessarily from the gods. You got it from Jojo. All right, Jojo did bless you right there. I really don't want to lose him. I love him as our little leader, and everybody's like, oh, but oh, I see why Bruno trusts you. You would make a great leader. It's like, don't fucking tell me that shit, all right? I don't want to fucking lose him yet. Or at all, technically.
ダメだそっちに向かうんじゃねえすぐに呼んできてやるからだおいなんだなんだ
This is fucking wild, man. He is way too fucking strong for the casuals. Holy shit! Look at they just exist and they're done existing. Absolutely chaotic, like at least Dio saying he was just a fucking Superman. You know this, you're making the air poison. This is the following or some shit. I don't know.
壁があっという間に広がるぞ
バカなローマの人口は300万さっきの漁村とはわけが違うそれにローマにだって組織の者はいるボスにとってもダメージのはずだ
こいつは平気だこいつは楽しんでいるこのままだとローマ中の人間が死ぬぞ
Yeah, that's fucking
いや
wild.
それ以上広がってもこいつはやめない
しかもまずいぞ俺たちが行くよりも早くコロッセオで待つ彼のところへカビの殺戮範囲が広がるということか
That's fair.
ミスターあのヘリはお前の弾丸射程に入ってるかいや絶対に撃墜しなければならん必ず始末しろ
分かってるぜ逃がすか行けセックスピストルぜ
How fucking convenient, though. You know, just I could block bullets. Part of my stand. You know, fuck this guy.
ヘリの男は俺にわざと撃たせたんだ地中に潜る奴が安全に俺たちのそばに飛び降りれるように
よし、セッコは無事着水。おっと、着地かな。これで奴らは追い詰められたって。
To be fair, if you just shot twice, you would have saw him pop out, and then he would have had to stay in that helicopter to make sure you didn't shoot again. But he already dropped down, so now you can do your cute little fucking hat trick, put the ammo back in there, and then shoot back up. You gotta add some pressure to this shit, and then everybody else needs to do shit too. We all can't just watch you shoot. Let's get to work, all right? Do the not exacto blade, the fucking zipper arm. You throw that fucking arm up there and you grab that helicopter. You fucking do a Chris Evans and pull that shit down, and then Giovanna, can turn it into like a bunch of snakes and kill him or some shit. I don't know.
そしてローマでブチャラティどもが会う予定だった相手はグリーンデイがこのまま始末する。
やろう坂道の上から来るぞしかも後ろには下がれねえ
ミスターヘリに集中しろ絶対に逃がしてはならないこの男は俺が相手をする
ダメだブチャラティすでに遠すぎるこっからではもう燃料タンクやプロペラはぶち抜けねえいやミスター撃ってみなければわからない
There we go.
ダメだ届かねえ俺のピストルズの射程距離は俺が一番よく知っているヘリにはもう逃げられた地中の男が来るぞ弾丸は命中したミスター
Yeah, I figured. Every JoJo has like a fucking 3-part backup plan, you know? If you're trying to shoot at a target, if it hits a target, sure, but if he's also aiming at the fucking building and aiming like past the dude, he's like, just in case it does this, every JoJo has the ability to think like 3 fucking steps ahead. Potentially 20, depending on which JoJo it is.
これから2人でヘリの
And if it's Joseph, it's 3 steps back. And then he just fucking rolls with it anyway. No, he definitely doesn't do it. Like, he almost plans too fucking far ahead to the point where, like, it's gotta be fucking exhausting to, like, think that much. Because he does have some fucking crazy plans from what I remember, but, like, it's almost, like, too fucking impossible because a lot of the times I remember him just fucking, he's like, you know what, I'll just fucking run. And get the job done like that.
そこを始末するヘリを追うぞ追うだってヘリを
何これは
Vines.
カビの殺戮がコロッセオに行く前にやらなくてはならないブチャラティ地中の男は任せていいんですね
Why wouldn't you leave the air guy to him? Technically. You know, because they can't be affected by the mold, so the other dude's stand really doesn't fucking do anything to him. Here we fucking go. That's why it's a three-parter. We got a little bit of the lore drop in this one. We have an episode with that combo. We have an episode with the other team. We're going in. Thank you. I was just about to yell at you from like, why are we watching this dude fucking just going through a goddamn video recorder? All right, beat the living shit out of him. And then right before I was about to pause, sticky finger. Yes. Punch this dude. Never mind. Yeah. Oof. That's fucking crazy. That's this is a fast dude right here. All right. I guess I don't remember the speed that Sticky Fingers has, but maybe I guess it could have been B. Would this be more than A, this speed? Because this speed's faster than most. And this is just him. This is... That's fucking crazy to think about. That is a great little like boxing combo though. Like being able to put someone like halfway into the fucking ground and you're halfway in the ground, but you're fucking faster and quicker. And then you could also use the fucking rubber to like bounce it. Like this, he basically makes a fucking punching bag if he wanted to. You can either just drag you underground and just suffocate you down there, or he could just beat the living shit out of you. This dude is not like, he might be a side bitch, but he is not that that weak. You know, this dude is he's got some potential for sure. For sure. Yeah. Oh. Does anyone else like have a little bit of like a fucking processing problem whenever he uses the zipper? Because it peeled off a part of the screen almost, and like my brain's just trying to be like, huh? You know, like almost like a dog like going, huh? You know? And I'm like, what am I looking at? How does this work? His voice actor, well, at least the idea of Oasis's voice actor reminds me of the fucking brother from Demon Slayer. Not the main brother, obviously, not Tanjiro, but the one from the Entertainment District. He was like talks like you know, it's like gravy. That's all I can do to like describe it, but it's a little bit psychotic and a little like unnerving and a little weird. You know, it kind of puts it all into one. So whenever you get like a psychotic character, they always give him like kind of like weird kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And I like it. I think I always like when those come up because I always like a different change in voice actors or like a different vibe. You know what I mean? Keep switching it up, which is what JoJo does, and I always respect the fuck out of that. You know what I mean? We're in the Italian arc, so I get to throw these out. I don't know about that, dude. I may not be an elephant. A helicopter expert, but I do think helicopters have a very strict everything needs to be appropriate kind of balance, you know, because whenever I played Battlefield, any of the Battlefield games, I was always the helicopter pilot. All right, I love flying that shit, it's so much fun. But like anything can kind of set off like your kind of balance situation. If it's Battlefield like a little bit, you're gonna fucking wobble. You know, helicopters are a great means of travel, but I think they're extremely. They almost need to be able to be like a little like fluid. You know, because you like once you get pushed one way, it has to like balance out and kind of, you know, correct itself. But like if you're holding that shit down, you're gonna need a lot of fucking power like, even if the branch was just holding on and you were able to chop it off, just having that giant trunk on there would fucking throw off the helicopter. You know what I mean? It's just something to keep in mind. All right, that's it. That's our helicopter lesson for the day. I don't know. Oh. I fucking love when that happens. But look at, he's got a little bit of mold on him too, so maybe I'm not totally incorrect, but maybe I'm not all the way correct yet. I always love when I see that shit happen. You know, when you see like the enemy like getting a fucking ambush, but like he's just so powerful where he's like, fuck you, ambush, and he just fucking right hooks right in the fucking ribs. Amazing punch. Ooh. Whose fucking arm was that? Oh, that's his arm.
好奇心は
Ah.
精神の成長において最も大切
So he's got a fucking what's that pirate's name from fucking One Piece? Not Patches, not isn't that SpongeBob? You guys know what I'm talking? His limbs go out all over the place. So it looks like he could do that. So maybe I was not correct. He could just dislocate himself, which is pretty useful.
お前が地面に到着するまでに神は全身を跡形もなく粉々にする
That's a beautiful fucking shot right there. You know, that little laser beam? That's very cute. I wonder if that signifies the actual trail of the bullets, and if all the bullets previously always had a blue trail, but the second it interacts with his body, that means it has a little bit of that, a little bit of his blood on that he has used to turn things into other stuff. So that's kind of like activating a different style of bullets. So I guess that's counting as the transition for that, which I think is a beautiful idea. That was fucking sick, though. Excellent job. Dude, how are these episodes? I am blinking and they're fucking halfway done. What the fuck? What a fucking throw. I didn't know where that was fucking... Dude, do you know the fucking... Unless he just went for the 1 in 100 chance... It's not even 100. It's like, come on. It's gotta be a lot higher than that. To fucking throw something into a propeller to hope it goes fucking down like that? That's crazy. Beautiful hit. But boy, that's a fucking nat 20 or some shit.
感じないぜ。お前には最初から勝っていたからな。
Fucking nailed him. Great job, dude. Beautiful job. A random thought I had during that interaction, I think in any, like, in a different world, I think King Crimson would have been a main protagonist stand. You know? It looks like it could be a main protagonist stand just from the design, you know, after looking at so many stands and stuff, it just looks like it could be like a hero. And the ability could open up a lot of possibilities for fun story things, being able to change, like, erase time and interact with stuff. It gives you a lot of situations and instances to be a good hero and to do things thoroughly. I just think it's a really cool design of it, like, even though it's like overpowered as fuck. You know, it obviously, you know, redesign it a little bit so you have some kind of weakness or get creative maybe. But I definitely think that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the creator was like, maybe we make this a villain instead of the protagonist, and maybe we'll make the protagonist gold, like, I was gonna say Goldfingers. That's not really a different movie. That was gonna be like something else instead. You know, because even though I love the Gold experience, it's not as well thought out as a King Crimson would be, or at least more thought put into it. It's just like, hey, you turn dead things or non-existent things to living things, and there's a lot of potential you could do with that, but it's a very simple by concept. That's right.
射程2メートル以内の近距離パワー型。一瞬早く叩き込めば確実にとどめを刺すことができる。死んでるって頭をぶち抜いたんだぞ。
Yeah, even though you did shoot him through the head, I'm sure he knows exactly where in the brain or in the head you actually hit him, and I think he knows that, like, it looks extremely fatal. Actually, it looks like It was more in the cheek kind of area. I would have to see the shot again. But like that guy being a surgeon, being able to take his like limbs off and knowing where to cut and where to do this stuff, like I would not be surprised if he knew and was working towards this strength of like having that knowledge. But props to him for noticing.
分を知れ。そんな美味しい話があると思うのか。お前のような人間に。
なんてひどい野郎。
See, now this is fucking, I need to pause it here just again because the fucking theme song and all that shit. This is a worthy Muda. This is the machine gun punches. You got the theme song playing for JoJo. You got the whole like, you no fucking death awaited you, Scott, or some whatever shit was like that. And he just went fucking nuts. All right. Feels good. This is exactly what we saved this shit for. How is he fucking in one piece? You have a jacked like demigod. What do you like this? What are the? I don't know what the stands are. They're like stronger than humans, and you have it punch on a human. This dude should be in pieces. That's fucking wild. That was a lot of Mudas. All right, and now you're falling out. You're gonna get squished. Dude should be in pieces. That was fun. I like that a lot. That was one of the longest machine gun punches I think we've experienced in this show. That's my fucking dude right there. Burnable waist pickup, sick. Okay, cool. So now all we have to do is deal with the underground dude, but I'm afraid with what this is gonna bring. Because this is a situation where Bruno's getting a little bit weaker every episode now, you know, and I would not think in a million years that Bruno would outlive Joseph. All right, I'm pretty sure Joseph is still alive because I feel like we would have gotten some kind of call or something about it.
すでに拳銃使いのミスターは仕留めた。
よし。
今新入りのジョルノ・ジョバーナがこのヘリまで登ってくるようだ。しかしもうどうってことはない。私の勝利だ。お前はブチャラティに集中しろ。帰ってきたら背中をかいてやるからね。
You know what? At least they're really cute towards each other, you know? Even though he's a fucking psycho, they both are. At least they love each other properly, I guess. I don't know. Is that the silver lining we take away from this? Just treat your partner with respect, whatever partner it may be. Your partner in love, your partner in crime. Love thy partner.
やだ。もっともう。
嘘だよ。5個投げてやろう。
What the fuck is that? What a weird fucking situation. He's about to be extremely depressed. I don't know what the fucking second voicemail is or when you had the chance to call him. But you might awaken something in this dude. Holy shit, it's Polinoff. Poltrinoff. It's Poltrinoff. It's Jean-Pierre. That's his fucking hair, is that not? It's gotta fucking be him. He's in a wheelchair. He's fucking I hope he's okay. Holy shit. He was the fucking dude all along. It's gotta be right. No one else has that fucking haircut. Well, no, it's gotta be him. Hi, welcome to part 3. If you've been enjoying the longer parts, consider liking the video, consider commenting, consider showing any kind of love whatsoever. All right, I like attention. I like you guys enjoying the content. You know, even though it's reaction stuff, I also have a gaming channel. I stream on Twitch as well. I have a Discord. If you want to be a part of any of that shit, consider checking all that stuff out. All right, I love making content and I love spending time with you guys. So that's it. Anyway, part 3. Green Day and Oasis.
ブチャラティは始末したか。私の方は予想外のことが起こった。これからジョルノを仕留めはするが、少しばかり頭に負傷してしまった。
When the fuck does he have the time to do this? See, if people are saying they don't have time for you, this dude's he got shot in the head, and he's still leaving a voicemail for his loved one. All right, people will always make time for you if they really care about you. All right, All right, I'll call it. I'll leave a community post upside down, dangling from a bridge. Hey guys, JoJo's not gonna be out on time this week. I love you. I'll see you next time. Sorry, it's funny. Anyway, interesting. Oh.
でも弱いじゃねえかよ。負けちまったんじゃよ。
Oh. I did not fucking expect that. I will say, I did not expect that. Good for you, I guess. This is fucking weird now. Now it's weird that you're insulting your partner. But now it's not your partner anymore. They're dead. But like, I mean, I don't know. This is weird. Oh. Great throw though. Oh. That was fucking sick. We're really only gonna give that a barely a half a second frame of how he threw a fucking pole and then unzipped it to go into the fucking trophy. Not trophy, the statue. I cannot keep up this season. Oh. This is fucking crazy, dude. He is so smart. I love watching these fights because it takes... You could be watching this, like, you'd be, like, working on some homework, playing a fucking video game, and just having this up on the side. You would fucking miss that shot if you weren't watching it. You know, the fact that he was, like, balancing on this fucking stripper pole, and then cuts the stripper pole with his fucking zipper, uses the fucking edge to that to go get him, but then he deflected that, and now you're punching... Interesting.
切ってごまかすなんちゅうこんなことはよこんな小細工はよお前が追い詰められたからやったという証だお前は認めたんだ自分の能力では俺のオアシスに追いつかれたら敗北するってことをなどこかわからんが
The thing is, like, sure, I think your stand, if your stand was to just fist fight his stand, yours would probably win. If it was just like punch for punch, whatever it may be. But that's not how these stands work, right? It's not just raw power. A lot of it is planning and like thinking on the fly, being creative and and that's what his, like, Bruno is very good at getting creative, you know, and his stand, it may not be like, again, like the strength of his stand, but being able to zipper off fucking limbs, you know, and being able to use other things to your advantage gives you so much more creativity and opportunities to take these kind of random ideas when you get them. You know, if you're on top of a thing, you make it into a fucking spear, or you throw a fucking javelin, you make it a double fucking door javelin, whatever bullshit you want to call it. But like, that's what wins fights, is like catching your enemy off guard by some crazy fucking means. You know, you can't just have a fist fight most of the time. You can have a little bit of Muda in there, but that Muda isn't always. It's a good finisher once you fucking catch him, but you gotta nail that bitch down first. And that's what the good guys are usually always great at doing. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
なんだこの音はあらゆる方向から聞こえるぞ
Oh my god, he fucking got you. He got creative too, dude. See, that's what I'm telling you. Oh my god. Oh no, never mind. He doesn't know where you are. He's just fucking launching shit into the ground. I'm surprised that works, because I feel like it shouldn't.
過ごせるかもしれねえな
Why do you have to spit it? Like, what part of your stand does that? You know, why can't you just throw it up in the air? You'd probably get a lot more done if you could just toss it like a fucking... Well, I guess... sorry. If you dig like a dog, you could throw it backwards. You know, and you could quadruple the amount that you're doing it, the quantity, and you definitely kill him at that point. But spitting? You're spitting it? Ugh.
これを待っていたきっと耳の鼓膜に衝撃があっても大丈夫だろうな
That's fucking crazy. I don't necessarily know how this works. I guess when they're in the underground, it's a very pressurized state. But that's fucking wild. That's gotta outsmart the opponent.
地中を進むというオアシスだったっけか。耳というレーダーを失ったその能力はもう役には立た
Hey, glad I caught you here. I popped your eardrum, so your stand's fucking useless. See ya. Now that you can't use your ears as a radar, your ability is useless. Not actually entirely. Right? Like, even though that's a big part of his stand, he still does so much damage just being above ground. Like, just being below ground gives him more of an advantage, but technically. But, like, he can just sink you in a little bit and just beat the shit out of you still. So he's still relatively strong and very quick. Oh. What? What a fucking situation. Holy shit. I don't know if that was intended to be there, but the boss would have fucking absolutely recognized Bruno and this other dude. So I wonder if he was just undercover watching them. That is wild. What a crazy fucking grab. Did he fucking... Bruno is pretty fucking smart. This could be huge. Bruno is very smart, and just that hit, he could have absolutely picked up on that shit. You know, and he could definitely recognize as like, hey, that pink hair, I know that fucking pink hair. All right, Trish has pink hair, and not everybody has pink hair. This dude's related to Trish in some capacity. And then he could have picked up on that little beat that just happened right there in this whole situation. And this is a very good opportunity for the boss, Doppio, Zavolo, whatever the name is, to take out technically both of them within this fucking 15 seconds or 10 seconds and just fucking go. There'd be no trace of him here. Everybody that came there would think that they like got rid of each other. This is a choice. This is a chance.
力が急にまさか目もかすんできたまさか時間切れかいずれ来るとは思っていたが
You should just walk away. Just walk away. All right. Doppio needs to just let nature take its course. If you're anywhere near his body when he's dying right here, you are in crossfire and they will fucking see you. I know it sounds like I'm rooting for the villain here, but I'm rooting for Doppio. All right. Doppio, whichever one. That's a fucking... We already finished 3 episodes, and that's what you're gonna end it on too? Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoyed the longer episode or the longer reaction. I had an absolute blessed time as always. This is a fucking 2 hour long reaction for you guys, because I love you guys. Thank you so much for being fans. Thank you so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate you guys. Consider going to my other channels because I love making content. I want to do more of it. So, hey, the more love, the more content I get to make. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys next time.